Hello, everyone, and welcome to Story City Live. I am Evan Steves, and this is our first broadcast on the book The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yolen. In today's episode, we will be summarizing chapters 1 to 5. Hannah, a 13-year-old girl, a part of a Jewish family, goes to a family dinner of remembering. She seems to not like it there. She also says she doesn't want to remember. I think she doesn't want to remember because she doesn't like thinking about concentration camps. But let's be honest here, nobody likes family gatherings. She does have some fun playing hide and seek with her family, though. Later on into the night, she gets the privilege of opening the door to Elijah, a Jewish ritual of remembering. She opens the apartment door with her eyes closed, but when she opens them, she is no longer in the apartment. She's in an unfamiliar house with unfamiliar people. These people claim to be her uncle Shmuel and her auntie Gittel. They say her parents died and that her name is Chaya. They don't believe her when she tries to tell them who she is and what has actually happened. They think she is joking. No matter what she does, she can't seem to get back home. I will be right back with you after this short break.
Listen carefully because I'm about to open a nice, refreshingly cold bottle of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now I'm pouring it over some ice. Hear all those deliciously fizzy Pepsi bubbles? Those are zero sugar bubbles because Pepsi Zero Sugar has zero sugar. But there's more. So let's try that again. Open, pour. Hear that? That's right. Not only are those zero sugar bubbles, they're zero calorie bubbles too, which is pretty darned amazing, especially since Pepsi Zero Sugar delivers max Pepsi taste. So this time, listen for the taste. Here it comes. Oh yeah, you can hear that max Pepsi taste, can't you? Pepsi Zero Sugar, zero calories, max Pepsi taste.
You know, I remember this time where I was in Hannah's shoes. I didn't necessarily want to go to a Christmas dinner. I wasn't feeling too hot. I just kind of wanted to be alone in my room, and I didn't want to be there. And I remember when I got there that I felt like just bored. I was bored, and I didn't feel too hot. And I just didn't feel a connection. I didn't have a great time, and I just kind of sat around and was being quite lazy, to be honest, which I think is kind of where Hannah was at. She just didn't want to be there, and it seemed like she didn't necessarily like some of her family members. She didn't necessarily have a great connection with them, which I can understand, not necessarily in a way that I'm in that exact position. I do connect really well with most of my family members, but I can understand where she's coming from. I read a book once about a girl, and she was living with her mom, and she gets a letter from her unknown auntie saying that, hey, you could come live with us in the mansion, help stabilize you and your mother after your mother ran away when we were kids. And like, this girl was just stunned by it. And it was because she was shy. She didn't want to go, but she ended up doing it anyways for the money for her mom. And it was just this story kind of about this girl getting to know her long-lost family, which was pretty cool. There was a part where she opened the door to Elijah. Hannah opened the door, and she ended up in this unfamiliar house with these unfamiliar people. And so I honestly don't think that this was real. They make it seem like it's an alternate realm. I don't think that's what's happening. I think she must have fallen into a dream or a daydream, and that seems more realistic, which I can relate to if it is, because I love to daydream, and I know what it's like to fall into that realistic sleep. So I can see where Hannah's coming from there. I can tell her she's scared. They do become really, really realistic. But honestly, I don't see any problem with her being stuck there because I'm sure she'll be able to get back. It's one of those things, you know, you can't really get out of it until you finish it. That's what it seems like to be with those daydreams, unless you're really good at cutting them off. I am not. But yeah, I think it'll all end up okay. Jane Yolen portrays this book really, really well. It really puts a vision in your mind of what's going on, the way she described the house, and the way that she described Shmuel and Gittel when she went into that, what claimed to be alternate realm. Even just the way she described the characters, and the way that she described those characters was very, very elaborate. You could tell, like, when she went to the family dinner and she opened the door to the apartment, she went in there thinking, oh no, here we go. And what was going through her head was really, really clear. You could understand all the characters, you could kind of see what they were like, and most of all, you could really tell what was going on, especially with like it made you feel like you were there. Like when she walked in the apartment, it was almost like you could sense the tension and you could sense the emotion in the room, which is amazing for an author to be able to do that. So it was great. The way that she described kind of how things were going to go, you can almost it was like foreshadowing. There was a lot of foreshadowing. You feel like something bad is going to happen, but nothing does. And it was a really good book to get into. So if you really like that mystery, history genre, it's something to really get into, especially if you want something that's like about history, but it's fiction. It's not a nonfiction. It's great to get into, especially if you just want to read it before bed. I highly recommend this book. So credit to Jane Yolen. It's a great book. I hope that you'll be here next time on Story City Live when we summarize chapters 6 to 10 on the story The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yolen. Have a great day, folks.